Hi everyone, my name is Phil and welcome to Phil Does 3D. I'm a multimedia and 3D artist and I stream live on Twitch on Mondays and Tuesdays at 5 p.m. Pacific time in the United States. That's now 10 a.m. if you're in Australia or 1 a.m. if you're in the UK. I hope you guys and girls are well. Kamal's Workshop, it's good to see you. I hope you're doing well as well, my dear friend. Good to see you, Kamal. Hell Forge, it's good to see you too, buddy. Remember guys, if you want to join the Phil Does 3D Discord server, become a Phildo, click that link that Hellforge has just popped into Twitch chat. Or you can go to the About Me section on my Twitch channel and there's a blue graphic that says join the Discord. Click that and you'll get an invite link that way too at any time. We're going to be working on a game called The House in the Hollow, which you can wishlist now on Steam, again, by clicking the link Hellforge just popped in Twitch chat, or going to the About Me section on my Twitch page and clicking the graphic in my panels. Remember, if you do miss the live streams, you can catch up at any time by clicking the videos section on my Twitch channel, or you can go to my YouTube channel and watch my past streams there as well. So that's youtube.com/PhilDoes3D. Oh, ArtStation, we're getting a link to my ArtStation. Thank you, Hellforge. You can click that link if you want to check out my ArtStation, but I haven't updated my ArtStation for a while. I really should. And there's also a link there to my website. If you don't know who I am from a bar of soap and want to know more about me, you can go to phildoes3d.com. Oh, and Twitter. Thank you, Hellforge. All these links. He just popped a link as well for my Twitter, at phildoes3d at Twitter. Because I always post when I go live to my Twitter account, so if you're not sure, you can follow my follow me on Twitter, and you'll get a reminder that way. Good morning to you too, Hellforge. I hope you're well. Kamal says, "Oh Phil, it's good to see you, my dear." It's good to see you too, Kamal. Greetings from Istanbul at 3 a.m. Man, I know it's really late, really early, whichever way you want to think about it. For Hellforge as well. I do appreciate you guys popping into the stream when it's so late for you. I know. I hope you're well, Kamal. I hope you're staying healthy as well with the human malware and stuff that's going around at the moment. Smurfberry Barbecue! Hey, Smurf's in the house. It's good to see you, Smurf. I hope you're well. I hope you had a good Easter, Smurfberry, as well. And Kamal, I hope you had a good Easter too. It's your pleasure. Thank you, Kamal. Kamal says you're welcome. It's my pleasure. Well, it's good to see you, Kamal. And I'm glad to hear you're doing well. 3 a.m. in Istanbul. Smurf says, forgot Easter was even a thing. Okay, fair enough. Look, I don't celebrate Easter either, actually. I mean, I had meetings and stuff last week, so that was the reason I couldn't stream, but it wasn't because of any religious thing. It was work stuff. So yeah, I don't blame you for forgetting Easter was a thing. Sniper Echo was in the stream yesterday and said that he couldn't even buy Easter eggs in Ireland over Easter. Can you believe that? No Easter eggs. What's going on in Ireland? That blew me away. Smurf says, been working on the PC build from hell. Oh, that's right, because you got all your parts together and you're putting a new computer together, your new AMD machine, Beast. Why is it from hell? What's been going on, Smurf? Rob! It's good to see you, Rob. I actually showed your image yesterday on the stream, Rob, that you posted in the gallery. I'm pretty sure it was you. Yes, it was. The gun that you worked on. It's really cool. Really nice. I love it. Nice work. I did show it yesterday on the stream at the end of yesterday's stream. But it's good to see you, Rob. I hope you had a good Easter as well. So yeah, what's going on with your PC build, Smurf? Why is it from hell? Smurf says getting the parts and screws has been oh, that's right, because Smurfberry bought a case because he wanted a specific case that he could fit a DVD burner, I think, in. So he bought it, and he wanted it white, of course. So he had to get one, the only one that he liked that had what he wanted. He bought, I think, from, did you say eBay? And it didn't come with screws. So, so that's a bit of a problem. No problem, Rob. Sniper Girl, it's good to see a Sniper Girl. Hi to you as well. And Sniper Echo, hi to you. I got told off by Euro for suggesting, because Sniper Echo has been trying to build a PC, and he lives in Ireland and he's had problems getting parts. And he mentioned something about graphics cards, I believe. Yeah, wouldn't have a GPU, so what's the point, he says. And I suggested he could always use integrated graphics, and I got told off by Euro. So my apologies, Sniper Echo. I know integrated graphics are an abortion. You do not want to use integrated graphics if you can avoid it. Unless you're doing something that you don't need graphics for, like software engineering, like that PC I built for my friend, because he didn't get a graphics card. He's using the Intel integrated graphics, and it suits him fine, but he's only programmer, so, you know, we don't count them. Oh, Reddit. Sorry, Smurf says he got it from Reddit. Okay. Good to hear. No one should be shopping on eBay. Let's boycott eBay. I'm not going into details, but I don't like eBay. Sniper Girl says both snipers are here. Yes, the Sniper Girl and the Sniper Echo. And the Sniper, all the S's. I mean, you know I'm going to get confused. I always do. Let the chaos begin, Sniper Echo says. Sniper Echo says, sweet Jeebus, hitting me with this again. Even my internet friends be kicking me while I'm down. Oh. Sniper Girl says, doing okay-ish. I'm having the same problem. I can literally get everything by Friday, but I can't get a GPU. So what's the point? And Sniper Girl says she just got her taxes back, so she wants to build a new PC. Look, Euro's suggestion was a good one on the Discord server. Look, PC parts are going to go up from here on out. They're not going to go down, at least for the next 12 months. They're going to start going up. Memory's already going up. My advice to you is, unless you want to wait more than 12 months for your new computer, buy the bits you can buy now and put it together. Yeah, if the only thing you're waiting on is a GPU, Euro's suggestion was to cannibalize the GPU you currently have in your current system, because that's a great thing about GPUs, PCs. You can take it out of the old one and put it in the new one. At least until GPU prices stabilize and stock supplies start getting a bit better. And that way you've got your computer built and you're sort of like protected from any price rises that happen, because things are going up. The memory, I built a new machine a couple of months ago, and the memory for that has gone up by $100 since I bought it. Like, and only since 2 months ago, it's gone up by $100 for the memory kit that I bought. I haven't compared to SSDs. I think the only thing that's getting cheaper are SSDs. Everything else is going up. So yeah, just if you really want it in the next 12 months, then I'd start buying PC bits now. There is integrated graphics. I know you don't want to game with integrated graphics, but if that's the only choice, well then, you know, at least you can. You can turn your, even if you don't have a graphics card, you can put in this new PC you built. If it has integrated graphics, and I know not all CPUs do, so you do have to be careful as to what CPU you buy. But at least you'll be able to get an image on your monitor, sort of thing, and use it. And those sweet tax money, Sniper Girl, nice. Smurf says, I used eBay so much in college, 11 years. Look, I used to be a big eBay person as well. Don't get me wrong. I used to buy stuff from eBay, but I won't buy anything from them anymore. And I have very good reasons for that I'm not going to go into. Let's boycott eBay, I say. And of course, PayPal are, I think, owned by, or eBay are owned by PayPal, or PayPal are owned by eBay. I don't know which way around it is. And I have a PayPal account, and I use it, but I don't like them much either. Sniper Echo says, tax is lovely. Yeah, Smurf says, thought you had a Python bot for buying GPUs. I didn't have one, but maybe he's talking to Sniper Girl, because I think she mentioned getting a bot at one stage. Sniper Girl says, my GPU is a 970, will be literally a huge bottle. Yeah, look, it will, but what can you do? Unless you just wait. But everything is pointing to PC parts getting more expensive, not less. Even though we've got the vaccine for the human malware and that's all rolling out and stuff in different countries, they're still predicting that hardware prices are going to go up. Inflation, I don't know, it's something to do with inflation. I'm not an economist, so I'm really not familiar with how all this stuff works, but apparently when the central banks around the world of all the different countries start printing money, which is what they've been doing to try and get us out of this human malware hole we've been in, that causes inflation, and that's inflation that causes the prices to rise. So yeah, I don't know, something to do with inflation. I mean, it was scarcity to begin with because there were supply problems, but now it's inflation that's a problem, becoming a problem. That's what I believe anyway. That's what I think I've been told. The sniper says, I've got to find a ZBrush stream to watch. Oh, what? Why do you have to find a ZBrush stream to watch, Sniper Echo? That's sacrilege. Oh, ZBrush. Smokeberry says, my money's on is betting on SSDs going up too in the near future. Look, you could be right. I've just noticed that at the moment, SSDs seem to be getting cheaper. But how long that lasts, who knows? Sniper Girl says, I thought of doing it, but they have to be in stock to do it. Well, that's true. Yeah. Smurf says, but that's the point of a bot. Android Lust says, Android Lust, hey buddy, it's good to see you. Android Lust says, sounds like everything just sucks. Sniper Echo does agree. Sniper Girl says, yeah, to buy a video card the second they come in stock, bots can't magically make a video. Well, that's true too, they can't. So we're going to work on we're still working on the island bench for the kitchen for the house in the hollow. And I looked at it yesterday. Let's jump into some Painter and just have a quick look here. I'm not really loving this marble here, and I just think the bench looks a bit too plain. I want to make it, I want to, what do they call it? I want to make it a little bit more interesting. Pimp it up, that's right. I want to pimp it up a little bit. Andrew Loss says, a local store that sells GPUs hasn't had a GPU in stock in a while. So yeah, but we're going to pimp this up a little bit because I think it's a little bit too plain. So in what I've done, the only change I've made since you guys were watching me yesterday is I have gone in and selected the polygons around the edges of these shelves and given them a different vertex color. So if we go into what's going on here? Oh, I haven't got it selected. There we go. If we turn vertex coloring on, you'll see what I mean. So yeah, I've basically just given a different vertex color to the edges of the table. And we're going to use that just to pimp it up a little bit. I've already exported that out and back into Substance Painter. So let's do some stuff, shall we? We're going to start by, I want these edges here, I think. If you remember when we were making the floors for the building, all of the floors have like brass edging that runs all the way around the, between the tile on the edges and the middle of the floor, whether it's wood or tile or whatever. We put this brass edging all the way around it, and I think that would look really cool to pick that up on the table. Help, again, to tie everything together. Sniper Girl says, but yeah, looking at spending $1,400 including taxes on parts minus the GPU. Well, you should be able to get a pretty good system for $1,400. That's US bucks. Smurf says, this is just like my opinion, man, but a table like that should have brushed steel as a surface. We thought about doing wood. We looked at wood yesterday. I thought tiles would look really interesting, and I think I'm going to go, what I'm going to actually do is I'm not going to use a substance material for the top of the table. I'm going to use a texture map, and then we're going to overlay a dirt layer on top of it. I think that will look cool, and so it's an interesting looking. I put it together last night, the actual texture map for the top of the table, so we'll put that on there in a minute. And we'll see what it looks like. If it doesn't look good, we can change it out. That's the great thing about Substance Painter. It's really quick and easy to do. So we have to remember too, this is a 1920s kitchen. So stainless steel, brushed stainless steel is really popular now in 2021 for people in kitchens and modern kitchen. But a 1920s kitchen, not so much. They were all about the wood and the marble back then. I mean, we took liberty with this sink. The sink we made stainless steel, whereas really it shouldn't be. It should have been porcelain to stay true to the period. But we took a bit of artistic license there. Well, we could do the same for the table. We'll see how we go. Another girl says, yeah, no good GPU will suck if I do that. Yeah, Sniper says, GPU shortage. Here's me with my milk and cheese in the bus. Yes, so if you weren't watching yesterday's stream, you won't get that, but you should have been here yesterday. Sniper Echo and his fridge, which is his bathtub. Smurf says that's pretty close to how much I spent on mine before you get into the bollocks I've gone through finding spare parts and screws for a decade-old case. Well, you will put a decade-old DVD burner in it, won't you, Smurf? Be right back, no problem, Android Lost. Smurf says that's the new rig. Oh, okay. Where? Let me have a look. I gotta have a look. Sorry, we'll just break from doing this 3D for 2 seconds. So I want to see Smurf's new rig. Show me. That's my website, by the way. For anyone new that wants to know more about me, go to phil.3d.com. Oh, okay, these are the parts. So Ryzen 9 3900X, nice, 12 core, 24 thread. The Asus ROG, yep, Asus are great. X570E, yep. G-Scoots, oh, you got the Ripjaws, okay. 64 gig, 3600 megahertz, CL18, nice. Okay, 1 terabyte FireCuda NVMe, very nice. I'm assuming that's NVMe 4, not 3, at that price. I'm just not familiar with the FireCuda. GTX 980 Ti, 6 gig. Striker ATX full tower case. Actually, I want to have a look at this case, because you've been talking so much about the case. Okay. It's an interesting shape. I'm all about a computer case. I really like a nice computer case, because I mean, it's the thing you stare at all the time. Nice, yep. We've got the window here on the side so we can see inside. Cool. It's raised quite a bit, which is good to help airflow. I'm not sure if the power supply in this goes at the top or the bottom. Power supply on mine goes at the bottom, so having a bit of a raised foot is good for airflow. Cool. Interesting design on the top here. You know, I've never got this. Maybe you guys explain this to me. They put fans here on the side, so that will blow directly against this front panel. I don't see the point in that. I mean, I know fans here to blow that way. I know a fan here to blow that way. I know fans up here to blow that way, but I don't get fans here that blow at the panel. How does that help cooling? I know this is the style now with PC cases. My case does not have fans here. I just don't understand how that can help cooling, really. It's just me, I just don't get it. What else we got here? The Asus ROG Strix 850 watt, which is overkill for the graphics card, but obviously Smurf wants to upgrade his graphics card at some stage, so that's a good idea to be thinking ahead. And Microsoft Windows 10. Cool. Yeah, I've heard good things about Ripjaws. I mean, I have G-Skill memory as well, but not Ripjaw. I have Trident Z. And I also have, mine are also 3600 megahertz CL18. No RGB, Smurfberry. No RGB. Sweet. And his total price here is $17.05. But remember, that's not including a graphics card, because he's using his current graphics card, I'm assuming. Unless he's getting one for free. Sniper Girl says, looking at good quality motherboard, AMD Ryzen 9 3900X CPU, 1TB internal SSD, 32GB of RAM, 16GB sticks. So you only want 2 sticks, eh? And a good power supply. Yeah, when I put my machine together, I was trying to decide between whether I'd go with 64 gig, so 232 gig sticks, or 4 16 gig sticks, and in the end I went with 4 16 gig because I wanted because they're RGB. I wanted them all of these slots populated so it all looked nice. Buying 2 is good if you want to upgrade your memory in the future. So buying 2 16 gig sticks to give you 32 gig, which allows you to buy another, I don't know, however much memory your motherboard allows, you can buy another 2 sticks to add to it. I didn't go that route because the memory was the same price pretty much between buying 2 32 gig sticks and 4 16 gig sticks. Because I thought to myself, well, by the time I want to upgrade more memory, I probably want to upgrade the CPU again, and if I'm going to upgrade the CPU, I'm going to have to upgrade the whole system again, because now we're moving to DDR5 memory next with Intel at the end of the year, and AMD I think next year. So yeah, that was my reasoning. I wanted the looks, and I thought, well, I'm not going to upgrade from 64 gig with this current system anyway. By the time I need more memory, I'll have to upgrade the whole thing. So. But a good quality motherboard these days is really important, and they're getting really expensive motherboards too. Sniper Girl says we'll have plenty of room for more RAM. Murpberry says tone down the motherboard, the PSU and the RAM, and that's probably right around your price point, well, without tax and shipping. What are these other images you've linked to? Let me have a look. You guys complain I don't do enough work, and then you distract me with all of this stuff. And you know it's easy to distract Phil. Oh, nice. Cool. Their power supply in the bottom. Yep. Fans. Yeah, I don't get the reasoning for fans here. I don't understand. Maybe it's blowing back that way, so maybe it's cooling the hard drives or something if you've got them back there. Maybe that's the point of it. Oh, look, you've got sleeve cabling. Nice. What? Yeah, did it come with that sleeve cabling, or is that an add-on? Smurf? I'm just curious. I like sleeve cabling as well. It always looks really, really neat on a build. Nice. Actually, the black with the white looks really, really cool, actually. Like, I've always wore black computer cases, but I do like the black and the white contrast. And what's this one? Man, PC parts everywhere. Wow. Wow. I don't generally disassemble my computer that much when I'm putting it together. I do bit by bit, so if I'm working on placing the motherboard, then I'll remove obviously the front and the back panel, but I'll usually leave the front on here until I'm ready to mount fans and stuff. What am I looking at for a case? Sniper Girl says. Oh, what I'm looking at for a case. My apologies, Sniper Girl. Let me have a look. Let's see what case Sniper Girl is looking at. Stop that. Stop that. I have to copy the links by hand because if I click them, they're going to open up a browser that they shouldn't. So, pink. You want a pink? Of course, you're a girl. You want a pink case. It's an interesting pink case, actually. Yeah, I quite like that. Yeah, that's quite nice. I mean, for a pink case. Are you going to get pink, or are you going to get a different colour? Because I see they have a black one as well by the look of it. I'm assuming because she linked to the pink one, she's going for pink. Lots of good airflow with the mesh here at the front. 3 fans. That's cool. Interesting. It's a pretty good price actually for a case as well. For a 3-fan RGB case, yeah, it's pretty good. Again, bottom mounted power supply. Top mounted USB ports, which is cool. The only thing I'm noticing is it doesn't seem to have a USB-C port at the front, which is a bit of a shame. Like they could have done away with USB 2 and put a USB-C port there, just so you can plug your phone and stuff into it easily. Because I find that it's really convenient not having to try and plug my phone into the back of the computer if I want to, say, transfer some photographs or something from my phone. Just being able to plug it in at the front is really handy. But it's an interesting case. You're still deciding though. Smurf said, well, keep that in mind though. I'm assuming you have a relatively modern phone, and most phones now are USB-C. So it's probably a good idea to think about finding a case that has a USB-C port on the front that's easy to get to. Even if you just want to recharge your phone quickly and you want to plug it into your PC, it's handy for that. Smurf says, on this particular case, there's a vent on the top opposite side, so it goes straight through. Okay, that's for cooling the hard drives. Okay, well that makes more sense. Those front-mounted fans for cooling the hard drives in the back. But I've seen fans in cases that point this way, so they're blowing, what I'm assuming, it looks like they're blowing air toward the front of the case, and I couldn't really see the point for that. Sniper Girl says, everything else is locked in place. Nice. Sniper Recco says, Sniper Girl says, RAM like a unicorn snot. I don't get it. RGB RAM is like unicorn snot. I don't get it. Oh, look, I know. Look. I thought because everything else was RGB in my machine, I'd get RGB RAM. Why not? And it does look pretty. And I do like to look in my case, as you guys know. That's why I have my cases up, my computer cases up on my desk here. But I'm just a bit of a weirdo. Sniper Girl says, the RGB RAM... Oh, sorry, I got that. You don't get it? Looks like unicorn's not right. How much for Windows? Yeah, Rob Shaw says $140 he's paying for Windows 10 Pro, which is standard actually. If you buy it from Microsoft's website, at least in Australia, it costs about 350 Australian dollars to buy Windows 10 Pro. So. Sniper Girl says RGB. Smurf says, my idea is possibly put a second GPU in there, so I needed more than 750 watts. However, it would be one for gaming and one for CUDA, so they wouldn't be pulling full draw at once. Yeah, because don't go SLIing graphics cards anymore, guys. Nvidia don't want to do it anymore. They're killing it off anyway. The new graphics cards from Nvidia, you can only SLI on a 3090 or the new A4000 and 5000 professional Quadro cards. They're not called Quadro anymore, they're just called A4000 and A5000. But yeah, SLI is not a thing anymore. It was more trouble than it's worth, really. Sniper Girl says, going to ultimately get 64 gigs in the future. I found, my old computer, the old system that I use as a stream machine now, it has 32 gig of RAM in it, and it was fine. But when I started doing, the studio started doing some work for a museum, and museum scans, like photogrammetry scans, and those things are huge. I've mentioned before, they're like billions, tens of billions of polygons. And I was finding I was running out of memory when I was working on that stuff for them. So that's why I went 64 gig with the new machine. Generally 32 gig though is okay. I mean, 16 gig I would say minimum these days. 32 gig you're pretty much okay for a while. 64 gig if you're going to start doing really heavy photogrammetry stuff. Smurf says, for my RAM, I want the option of possibly maxing out at 128 gig in the future, so I went 232 gig. I hate having to toss out perfectly good RAM to do a RAM upgrade. Yeah, I hate that too. I do not blame you. That's not good. We're going to go to our smart materials. I'm just going to see if I can't find I want like a brass, a shiny brass for around the edges of this one at least, the top of the table. There were a few smart materials I did create. Which we could have a look at. Let's have a look at this one. That's not really the look I'm going for. Let's have a look at this one. That's not really the look I'm going for either. I've created so many of these for different pieces of furniture in the building. Let's have a look at this one. That's more along the lines, but I don't want that one. Let's have a look at this one. No, not that one. what else we got? Let's have a look at this one. Again, no, not that one. What about gold? Again, this is more what I'm going for, but this looks a little clean. We might come back to that. I'm just going to hide that for a minute. What about this one? Actually, this one's probably better. Let's remove the gold one from the bottom. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to mask this with color selection just to the outside rim of that top of the table. We're going to come down and we're going to do these edges here, and for these I want like a tarnished gold. So we have this one. Actually, let's look at see what this one looks like. Might be interesting. Again, let's mask it with color selection to the edges. The one that I was actually, and also for these feet here, let's look at this one. And again, we'll mask with color selection to the legs. Okay. And then we have these brackets that sit under the table. So what will we go with that? I'm thinking maybe a silver. That's probably okay as an underlying layer, so we'll mask with color selection to that. But I want something a little shinier. Shiny, shiny. Let's see what a chrome looks like. No, not that chrome. Let's see what this one looks like. That might work. Let's mask with color selection. Let's group both of these together now. I'm just going to call this support. And we're going to do a mask mix. We'll go with surface worn. Actually, I'm going to have to do a mask with color selection on the group. And let's play with the mask. Okay, now it's interesting. What's it doing here? I think it might be the height value that's doing that. Let me play with the mixing and then we can look at the height. Yeah, I think it's the height value on maybe this one. Yeah, it'll be this one. Just going to pull back on the height a little bit, just so we have a little bit of distressing going on, not too much. Now we can play with the mixing a little bit more. I might just bring up a little bit the metallic on the top here of these bits. So I've got to find that layer, which is metal shelves, this one here. Now let's go into the metallic. No, we can't do that. I'm going to have to go into the actual material. Yeah, it's getting really long again. We're getting one of these really huge stacks happening. Oh, so it's down to here. It'll be this one here. Metal base, so it'll be this one here. So I'm going to pull back on the roughness so we have more of a sheen going on that metal surface. Might pull it back just a little bit. That's better. Yeah, that's better. I might just play with the mixing here of that edge, so let's find that, which will be this one. How do I want to do this? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to select that one layer, and again we're going to group one layer. Generally you don't group just one layer, but you can. And I'm going to do it so I can actually add a color selection to the group, so that I can then go into the actual gold material here on the edge. And oh, I see it. There is no layer underneath. Okay. So what we need to do is find the metal, which was the metal shelves, this one here, and add that and that, so we can go back to this one. And see if we can throw a smart mask down. And we can just start to play with this mixing a little bit. Going to pull it back just a little, just so that that gold edge wasn't quite so in your face. Okay, let's look at this gold here, because it's a little bit too clean. So I'm going to find that one, which is this one. Okay, and we want to do a mix for that. So let's go back to our smart materials. And I think what I might do for this is I'm going to see if I can change the color. I can, good. I'm going to duplicate this group. I'm going to group both of these duplicates. I'm going to call it table edging. And I'm going to change the color of the one above it to make it a bit darker. like we have a few here we need to change. Okay, so we've got the darker and the lighter, and now we'll do a actually I'm going to make sure I do a color selection pick with that one, and then we'll do a smart mask on that one. And we'll just bring in a little bit of dirt, or discoloration anyway, not dirt so much, just so that we have a bit of a two-tone gold going on. Doesn't look quite so clean. Okay, let's just do a quick save and I'll have a sip of coffee and then we'll move on to the top of the table. I didn't think you guys were chatting, but I forgot to scroll my chat. I'm sorry, guys. I thought, oh, they're just letting me get on with my work and they're not saying anything, but I didn't have my chat was half scrolled up toward the top, so. Let's see here. Smurf says, I'm hoping I won't need 128 though. However, I've run into situations where 32 gig wasn't enough before, so I hope 64 gig will be fine. I'm running 64 gig and I haven't run into any problems so far with anything I've been doing, Smurf, so I think it should be okay. Abigail says, I'm looking at water cooling my CPU. Okay, we'll do the same for the GPU too. If I ever get one. Yeah, well, I have an AIO, an all-in-one liquid cooler on my CPU, but not my GPU. Smurf says, on this PSU, the primary cables are individually sleeved per wire, and I hate it. That's what people usually want. The Molex and SATA power cables are just rubber-coated and stuck to each other. No, individually braided wires, that's the way to go. It's the cleanest look. I mean, it's a little fiddly to get in place to begin with, but it gives you the cleanest look and it's the easiest to route around the back of the computer usually. Smurf says, I wouldn't have taken it apart either. It was a new case, but it was used, so I took it down to the chassis to do a deep clean. Oh, fair enough. That's a good idea. Snub says, good call. Yep. Smurf says, I don't want someone else's dog hair in my case. Or worse. God knows what else would be in there. Smurf says, nothing worse than adding a new build to a dusty case. No. I can understand that too, Sniper Echo. Sniper Girl says, yeah, getting a pink case. Nice. Smurf says, it was funny. There was a small sign next to this doorbell that said, push the button, win a dog. And 4 dogs ran to the front window. Oh, that's very funny. Sniper Girl says, I specifically did a search for a pink case on Amazon. Okay. She wanted a pink case. Fine. Sniper Echo says, from now on, it shall be known as Pink Amazing. Smurf says, Cooler Master has some limited edition Sakura edition pink cases on their site. Smurf says, I looked at so many cases. Well, just because it's pink doesn't mean a boy can't own a pink case, or a girl, a girl can't own a blue case if she wants one. There's pink and blue business. So many cases, Sniper Girl says. Euro, it's good to see you, buddy. Sorry it's taken me a while to catch up with the chat here. Sniper Echo says to Sniper Girl, off topic, but do you know if Maya can set vertex normals to display a negative distance? I told Sniper Echo you told me off in Discord, Euro, for suggesting integrated graphics for his computer build. What's this? Well, what have you posted a link to here, Euro? What's this clip? This clip. I'll look at it off screen just to be on the safe side. What is it? Let me have a look. You guys won't see it because I'm opening our browser off screen. You guys can see it though by clicking the link, obviously. Oh, it's me. Oh, great. What's this? Just a bit of a weirdo. Okay. Thank you for that, Euro. That's very kind of you. Sniper says, Phil, what make of laser scanner have you used? Laser scanner. I couldn't tell you because it's been a while since I've actually used a laser scanner. I mean, I have used them in the past, but we don't tend to use them anymore. Oh, well, yeah, I don't tend to use them. The studio, I think, have one or two. We tend to do photogrammetry though. We don't tend to use laser scanning much anymore. LiDAR or anything like that. So I couldn't tell you. Sniper Girl says, have an ancient 965 15 gig of RAM and 970 GPU, so 32 gig will be a big upgrade, so it sure will. Sniper says to Smokeberry, let me try and read this. Smokeberry Barbecue, you know the thing that shows the direction of the normals? Oh, okay, it's usually represented by a line drawn in the direction of the face normal. Now that's not me not being able to read, that's Sniper Echo not being able to type and me trying to work out what he's saying. Rob says, I pay 25, oh man, I always get pounds and euros mixed up. Euros? 25 euros for Windows 10 Pro from Kingwin. Used them a couple of times, no problems. Look, you can get cheap Windows 10 keys. You're not supposed to use them, and well, they're not supposed to sell them, but because they're volume license keys, they're not meant to be resold. But you can get cheap Windows 10 keys, and usually it won't have a problem. Sniper Echo says, "You're a nice clip." Smokeberry says, "I think that's called reversing the normal." Sniper Girl says, can you just use your license for Windows 10 Pro on a new PC? You can. It'll deactivate on your old PC, of course, but you can just swap your hard drive to your new computer. Windows 10 is smart enough to pick up all of the changes to the hardware. It will deactivate Windows, but then you can just reactivate it with your old key. So you can do that. You don't have to buy a new, unless you want to keep your old system running with Windows 10. But I think we discussed this and Smurf said he didn't want to do it that way, or for some reason. I still have the CD, Sniper Girl says. Rob says, CD, what's that? Smurfberry says they usually tie that to the motherboard. They do. They do tie it to the motherboard, which means it will deactivate once you put it in the new computer. Once you transfer your hard drive over to the new computer, Windows will boot up, realize that you've got new hardware, reinstall the drivers that you need, which you should be installing the drivers directly from the motherboard manufacturer's website anyway. And it will deactivate Windows, but Microsoft will, if you call them and say that you swapped the motherboard out, reactivate it for you. They're pretty lenient that way because they want people on Windows 10. They don't want people still on Windows 7 or Windows 8 because they don't want to have to support them anymore, so those old operating systems. And they get all that telemetry data unless you block it from Windows 10. So, Euro says compact disc. Sniper Girl says, wait, good point. Sniper Echo says, I don't want to reverse the normal itself, just to display the negative direction of the normal. Smurf says, imagine having to attach the CD drive to the motherboard with the side of the case still off because there's no 5 and 2.5 inch bays. Sniper Girl says, my new tower won't have a CD drive. Mine doesn't either. I guess I'll have to save the install file to a USB. Still doable. Yes, it is doable. People use it. No one but Smurfberry uses CDs or DVDs anymore. My computers don't have burners in them at all. I mean, I used to, but not anymore. It's all USB now. I mean, you can buy Windows 10 retail on a USB. You don't buy it on CD. Well, you can buy it on a DVD, but you can buy it on a USB drive now. Generally, when I'm doing a new install of Windows, you download the ISO from Microsoft directly because they make it available freely. Just the ISO to install the operating system. I use Rufus or something like that to burn that to a bootable USB drive. So if I need to build a new machine and reinstall Windows, or just reinstall Windows, I just pop the USB in the computer and does it really quickly. Put it on a USB 3 drive, so you get fast speeds in installing, much faster than a DVD drive or a CD drive. Yeah, as Euro says, you make a bootable USB drive from the ISO image. You can use the image you've got on your CD or DVD if you want as well. Smurf says, yes, you can download a Windows install tool direct from Microsoft to make a bootable USB flash drive to install. You certainly can. Yeah, haven't had a CD drive in the last 4 PCs, Rob says. Sniper Girl says, awesome. Euro says, add me on Discord to Sniper Girl. She says, if I have to. Smurf says to Sniper Echo, yes, you can do that. They're talking about novels. Okay. Smurf says, Windows. Smurfberry says, I've successfully conditioned Phil to put gold on everything without prompting. You have. Yep. And although I haven't gotten into the jade fad yet, because the Hellforge wants me to put jade on everything. So. Andrew Doss says, you really did. A Sniper Echo says, that reminds me. What have you clipped now? Polished, remove, no. I think you're right. Smurf says, I think Hellforge fell asleep right away. Yeah, I think he did too. He did this yesterday, which is fine because it's really early in the morning for him. I've noticed that too. He pops in, he's here at the beginning of the stream and then he seems to disappear. So he probably has fallen asleep. I have that effect on people. Sniper Echo, thank you. There's the Discord server, guys. If you want to join the Phil Does 3D Discord and become a Phildo. There's a gallery section where you can show up your work, and I love looking at the stuff you guys make. It's the reason I'm on Twitch. It's not here to do my stuff. I want to show you me doing my stuff. It's actually to encourage you to do 3D and to look at the work that you guys do. So I love showing it on stream, but if you don't want me to show anything you post in the gallery on stream, just say so when you post the image and I won't. Android Lost says, I've never seen that Sniper Echo. What is it? Dare I look? What have you posted here, Sniper Echo? What is this? Let me have a look. We'll stream, of course, because I don't trust you guys. I do trust you guys, but still. Oh, the golden balls clip. Yeah, man. I forgot about that as well. Wow. Sniper Echo says to Android Dust, I clicked it right away. I remember nearly covering my monitor in coffee at the time. Me and my golden balls. And Sniper says there should be one sleeve per connector plug per wire. Yeah, there should one sleeve per connector plug per wire. You guys. Sniper says, it's true, I can't English. Okay, now, I think you've told me this before, Euro, but I'm talking about, I always get confused between pounds and euros with that little symbol. So that one is the pound, and the curved one is the euro. I've got to remember the curved one that looks like a C with 2 lines through it is the euro. Okay. Why can't you guys just use euro? Don't know. You've left the euro, haven't you? You've left the European Union, so you're going back to pounds again. I don't know. You confuse me, you English people. Sniper Girl says, I always get those. I do too. Andrew Loss says, to be honest, for the longest I thought pound and euro were the same thing. Euro says, we get more USD dollars for our pounds than people with euros do. Sniper Echo says, true. Sniper Girl says, I have a Blu-ray burner. I haven't used it for anything in years. I have one too in a really old computer system somewhere and I don't use it either. Euro says, I bought a portable DVD drive last year to rip my vast CD collection to the hard drive. Your Sniper Girl says, I won't miss it. I still haven't finished. Euro says, Sniper Girl says, of course, it's to show you do stuff. Oh, you spend most stream. I know I do. You guys distract me. You know, there's a shiny thing going on over here and Phil gets distracted really easily. And I see the chat move and I get distracted. Euro says Euro looks like a round E. It looks like a C to me with 2 lines through it, but a round E is a good way to think about it too. Sniper Echo says Euro is not the curved one. Hey? Yes it is. He just said it was. Smurf says pound looks like an L. Yeah, that's another good way to think about it. The pound looks like an L. The euro is... Hang on, Sniper Echo says the euro is a round L. A cheap knockoff. Oh, okay. Smurf says, I need seriously massive hard drive array before I can even scratch the surface of ripping all of my DVDs and Blu-rays. Yeah, me too. I've got like hundreds of DVDs and stuff. Okay, so we've done a save. What I want to do here is I want to swap out the marble on the top of this table because I really don't like it that much. So I'm going to add a fill layer. Fill that. Get it? Fill. Fill. Fill light. Fill that. We're going to add a fill layer. Don't you do that. Don't you do that. We should be able to fix this by me either adding a mask. Probably a mask. Anyway, so we're going to import a texture that I made for this tabletop, if I can find it. Kitchen, center bench, and it's going to be this one here. I also want to add the normal map for that, which will be this one here. So we'll go to texture, and they're going to be on the current session. Let's drag the color in and the normal map in. So I just thought we'd go with something a little bit more interesting for the tabletop. Again, this is a bench that sits in the middle of the kitchen. It's going to have the pot rack hanging above it. And I just think that looks a bit more interesting than that marble that we were using. What do you guys think? Euro says, even at 320 kilobytes a second, MP3 music doesn't take up that much room. I can't tell the difference between 320 kilobytes a second MP3 and FLAC. FLAC will give you the best quality. So I never went down that route. Plus FLAC is loads more hard drive spare. FLAC files can get huge. I have to admit, I like good audio. So I always buy good quality earbuds and headphones and stuff because I do enjoy music. But I can't really tell the difference either between 320 kilobytes a second MP3 and a FLAC, even with really good quality headphones or earbuds. The Smurf says, yeah, FLAC takes up so much space, so I have like one album in FLAC. That's a very elaborate table. It is an elaborate table, I agree. Sniper Girl says, that countertop makes me think some people are about ready to tell someone their fortune or ready to play some D&D. Well, remember, the game is set around a guy who is into the occult. So that's why in the bathroom under the bath, if you guys remember, we put tiles that have a big pentagram. So there's pentagrams everywhere in the building. So I thought we'd go with something that was a little bit more interesting, as opposed to just the straight marble. Because yeah, it'll be in the middle of the room as well. So when you go open the doors, this is probably going to be sort of like the first thing you notice, because it will be right in the middle of the room with the pot rack hanging up above it. And we'll put bits and pieces on top of the table, like a bowl and, I don't know, vegetables, fruit, I don't know, something. Sniper says, nobody here ever use OGG Vorbis. Yeah, OGG is a pretty good format too. I have used it in the past. Smurf says, that's the Sistine Chapel of countertops. Euro says, yeah, I thought about OGG, but MP3 won. Yeah, I generally go MP3 too. I actually found it interesting with the Unreal Engine that I don't think it can import anything but WAV from memory. It won't import MP3. I know that. I think the only way to get sound files into Unreal is as a WAV file. And again, WAV files can be pretty huge as well, depending on how big the sound is. But I thought that was strange, that they wouldn't let you import an MP3. Anyway. Smurf says, I have like 2 OG albums. Sniper Girl says, so D&D got it. Euro says, plus MP3s have all the meta tags, super useful for organizing. That's true. So you guys don't like the tabletop? Do you think it's too much? Is that what I'm hearing? Am I hearing that from you? Is that the impression I'm getting? I think what we might do, you guys talk amongst yourself and think about that, but I think the tabletop is too clean, so I want to dirty it up. And I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go into this one, countertop dirt and grime. I think I'm going to duplicate this layer, and we're going to bring that up to the top of the stack, just so we can dirty it up a little bit, crack it up a little bit, so it doesn't look quite so clean and neat. So hopefully you can see that on the stream. Maybe if you look at the edges here, as I turn it off and on, you can see what it's doing. It's just adding like an overall dirt layer to everything. Again, just to age it a little bit. I'm just going to do a quick save here before we move on. Euro says, I don't know, it would be good to see it where it was going to get, hang on, I don't know, would be good to see it where it's going to get a feel for it? What do you mean? Speak English, people. Type English, people. It would be good to see it where it's going to get a feel for it. I don't understand. Oh, you mean, I think I understand. It would be good to see it in the kitchen with everything else around it. Okay, well, fair enough. And again, we can do that once we jump into the Unreal Engine to start putting the kitchen together. And we can jump quickly back into Substance Painter if we think it doesn't look right. We need to swap it out for something else. So we can do that. That's the great thing about Painter and Unreal. It's just simple and quick and easy to do. Sniper Girl says, I like it. Just need a crystal ball on top of it or some tarot cards. Well, I don't think I've shown you guys. No, I haven't. There's a menu system in the game, and part of the menu system is actually tarot cards. So they're used as a graphic in the background over a menu, tarot cards. So there are tarot cards in the game, or in the menu anyway. Smurf says, you have to pay a license for MP3 decoding libraries. Or at least you used to, which hurt adoption. The patent on that may have expired if memory is right, but the damage was done already. That might explain why they don't do it then. Rob says, I like the tabletop. Cool, Rob. I quite like it. Sniper says, yeah, UE4 only supports WAV files. I thought that was the case. Neuro says, see where it's going to get a feel for it. Yep, I got there in the end. I understood what you meant. Smurf says, see it in the environment. Yep. Sniper says, he just said that, Bill. I'm sorry. I was answering a question as I read it and I didn't read further down. Bill can only do one thing at a time. He can only read one thing at a time. You know that, guys. You know what I'm like. Euro says, sorry, my Scottish must be showing too much today. That's all right. I get the idea. You're no worse than Sniper Echo. He's even worse when he types. Sniper says, what's a tarot card? No, what's a carrot card? Sniper says, this is a new game concept to me. It's not a carrot card, it's a tarot card. A random D&D card, Euro says. Sniper Girl says to Euro, no, only Phil didn't get it. Everyone else did. Well, you know what Phil is like. You've got to expect that from me. Phil doesn't get half of what you guys say. A random D&D, sorry. Smurf says, carrot cards are the new microtransactions. Sniper Echo says, oh goddamn money grabbing indie devs. Euro says, a new NFT currency. Okay, I think I might just dirty up the edges of this gold here a little bit more. Or do I want to? Actually, I think what I might do, I want to make it a little bit shinier. So we're just going to find our table edging, I believe it's this one, yep. And we're going to bring in another material. I'm just going to go into a standard material, not a smart material here. And I want to go with, because more gold for Smurfberry, just for Smurfberry, more gold. Because he loves the gold so much. I just want to go bring in a shinier gold, that's all. So let's drop that one in here. Strange how it's not giving me a reflection. Why is that? Might just be the lighting in the engine. And then we're going to bring in another smart mask. Let's go with try surface rust. I hate this surface rust material actually. I hate the bump it does. Let's try a different one. Let's try Dust Soft. And play with our mask a little bit. It's going to be hard for us to see until it's probably in the Unreal Engine and we get proper reflection going on. Kamal says, I must leave. Take care, my friend. Thank you for being here, Kamal. Have a good night's sleep, because Kamal is in Istanbul. It's like probably close to, what, 4 in the morning for him. It was good to see you, Kamal. You make sure you stay well and healthy and everything. And have a good night's sleep. Yura says, someone should start a digital currency called shekels. All the other names are dumb. Sniper says, isn't that a currency already? Yura says, I don't know. Yura says, yes, so it is. Israel monies. Yura says, except it's spelled shekel. Sniper says, yeah, the hell I did. Yeah. No, the hell did I know that? How the hell did I know that? Sorry. Yura says, damn, well, that's a kill bar plan for world domination. So I'm just going to play with bringing a little bit of the gold in a bit more. Not that much of the gold, no, just a little bit like that. That'll just hopefully help pick up the light around the edge of the table once we get... It's strange the way that... It just seems that all of a sudden the program has stopped showing me reflection. Or metallic reflection. Very weird. So I'm not even getting it on the bottom of the shells here now. It's almost like it's just switched it off. I didn't hit a button by mistake, did I? I don't think so. It could just be something going on with the program. Let's do a save there. Let's export our textures. Into the right folder. That's all good. Let's do an export. I'm just going to bring this into Max and use a PBR material because I just want to check it there. Because Substance Painter is misbehaving. So we're going to pull in a PBR material. Bring in, we want one for the color map. Which will be this one, yeah. And we want one for the metallic, one for the normal, and one for the roughness. Okay, let's hook these up. Again, this is just so I can get a bit better of an idea of what's going on here. We've got base color, metal, normal, and rough. Come on, Max, stop that. Let's assign that. I really have to put a HDR background on this to see it, I think, correctly. Yeah. We're not really not going to get a good look at it without a HDR background. Might be just easier and quicker to bring it into Unreal. We'll wait till we bring it into Unreal. We can look at it then. I'm just going to do a save on this file though, and we're going to work on the next thing. How are we going? Yep. We'll do the pot rack next, I think. So I'm going to open up the pot rack. And see, and again, that's the other reason we went with that ornate table, because the pot rack is quite ornate as well. And this is actually my model, not somebody else's. I put this one together. So what we have here is we have a low and a high poly version of this pot rack. I'm going to start by UV mapping it, because we haven't UV mapped it yet. So let's do that. We want that, we want that, and we want to start UV mapping. Let's see, let's start with this, because why not? I don't know that a pelt map is really what we want here. No. Yeah, probably not that one either. We'll go with this one, and I'm just going to do some stitching. So let's stitch this bit up here. Just trying to see how many. Okay. We'll stitch this one up here. Probably done 4 cuts, I think. We need to leave 1 cut there, obviously. Okay. We'll do the same for the interior. So we'll probably leave that cut line over there. So we'll seal this one up. Okay, let's do an optimize. Hang on. What have you done here? It should not be that difficult for you to map. The program seems to have had a bit of a fit here. Yeah. Let's go back here. I'm just hitting the Control Z key to undo. The program seems to have a bit of a problem with this geometry for some reason. It shouldn't, it's a really simple object. I don't understand why it's having an issue. But it is. Let's do an optimize on this, see how it handles that. Let's try our stitching again. Yeah, it seems to lose its mind a bit when it does the stitching. For some strange reason. I might do that in Max. We'll see how Max handles it. I think. We'll do these. Let's try this one. Let's see. You see what I mean by this program sometimes just losing its mind? It doesn't unwrap in really weird ways occasionally. I think what we'll do here for this is we will try and do it with one piece instead of trying to do both at the same time. It might have an easier time of it. Okay, it almost looks like there's an issue there. There shouldn't be, because I modelled that up. There should be no problem with that. I think if we do it bit by bit, the program should be okay. Oh man. I didn't realize I had everything selected, but that's okay. Let's see what it's done. It actually didn't do a bad job, surprisingly. Not too bad. I mean, not great on these, but they're an odd shape, so. But everything else. Is not too bad. These things, I don't really like the way it's done these. Let's have a look at that. Wow, really? Just wondering if we can get a pelt on these. Pardon me. No. Going back to where it was. I'll do it bit by bit. It'll have an easier time. What are we talking about here? Hang on. Smurf says, is that iron? The black parts. Yes, it's iron. Yeah. Be right back. Sniper says, Andrew Love says it doesn't like unwrapping simple geometry. I know, it's weird. It can do really complex things quite easily, but when it comes to something really simple, sometimes Ryzen loses its mind. Ira says, need a weld? Yeah, no, it wasn't a weld, because I know that because I remember building that part of the geometry. It was only last week. So no, it was not a weld problem. That would be the first place I would have gone as well, thinking that some verts were not welded together. But it wasn't. That wasn't the problem, because I remember building this geometry. There were no welds that should. There was no reason for it to need a weld through there. Not bad for a misclick or two. Sniper Girl says, back, got some food, ordered a steak from Outback. Wanted to celebrate getting my taxes back. So Hellforge, there you are, buddy. We were just talking about you. We thought you fell asleep. It's good to see you back, Hellforge. Yeah, we thought Hellforge might have had a nap. Yeah, even though it didn't do a bad job, as you saw, trying to do it all at once, all on its own, I think we'll get a better result if we do it bit by bit. just to try and help the program out a little bit. Because I didn't really like the way it did the mapping on these hooks, or how it did the mapping on these bits here, which are also going to be metal. But we should be able to do all of these cross-section bars at once. Come on, don't do this. Okay, let's isolate and map. Let's see what this one gives us. No, that's not going to work for us. And now let's try these ones. Again, I'm going to do them on their own, just to try and help the program out a little bit. Let's see if we can get a pelt map out of it. Let's try another one. Again, these are going to be metal, so probably not too bad for us to have some seams. It won't be an issue. You know, I don't like how it wants to do that. I think this one's probably the best. We are getting a really strange cut line. I mean, I could go in by hand and correct that. Let's do that. So let's not rely on the automated algorithm. Let's do it by hand. We're going to start by doing a cut along here. And we'll do a cut along the bottom. And then we'll do a cut, I guess, through the side. It's probably the best spot. And we'll do a cut along here. And then we'll do a cut probably let's see if we can't get it to do an unwrap through here. I'm going to get it to do an unwrap on this and see what it gives us. We are getting some stretching happening here. But that steak sounds yummy. I'm hungry now. You made me hungry again, Sniper Girl. Sniper Girl says, ordered steak and got seafood. You got somebody else's food? Oh no! Is that good, better or worse? Wouldn't seafood be more expensive than steak? Probably. Euro says, my favourite tools in Max at the moment are STL Check and Mesh Cleaner. They're pretty much the go-to for 3D print models of Thingiverse, or is the typology on those is utter garbage. Android Lost says I prefer seafood over steak. I would have thought seafood probably more expensive than steak. Android Lost says I've had to edit a model of Thingiverse once. Thingiverse, sorry. I'd rather just remake it. Yura says, yeah, the same. Most of them I did just that. Faster remaking than fixing the terrible badness. Yura says, yep, they're pretty shocking. I've been modelling and printing accessories for my printer, made a center mount for my camera to time-lapse my prints and AFK monitor the printer. Cool. I should upload them, I guess. You should. Android Lust says, steak is generally more expensive in the US. Oh, okay. Well, then you should call them and tell them to send the right foods. Sniper Girl. Merv says, this striker case is so old that spare parts aren't even in stock anymore. I found some models on Thingiverse, but haven't given them a look yet. I've never heard of Thingiverse. It's new to me. What is this Thingiverse you talk of? I might just do a cut as well, I think, through the top. Pack. That's better. We're getting a little stretching, but not enough that's going to be noticeable. I can't do a save on this file until I've actually finished doing all the UV mapping, so let's get this finished, I think. I wish there was a way to actually save a UV shell from one object and paste it into another. There is no way that I'm aware of. I thought, I am using one of the latest versions of the program. I thought they might have added something like that. I think they did. Probably take me longer to find it than it is to actually just redo it. I'm sure that they actually did add the ability to copy and paste UV shells. But I could be wrong. Because it would be very handy. It's one of the things I really like about the modifier stack in Max, the fact that you can paste modifiers between geometry, between objects. It's really helpful, really handy, really quick. Let's do a cut from here, and let's do another cut from here. And then we want to do a cut around here. And let's do an unwrap and optimize in the pack. Oh, that's right, I have to do a cut around the top, don't I? Let's see. That's the weirdest shape, you know. Don't know what I was thinking when I made that shape, but yeah, that's a strange shape. Get your minds out of the gutter. So we're going to do a cut around here. and cut around here. And around here. And then we'll do one from here to here. And then from here to here. And one around the top. Smurf says Thingiverse is basically Turbo Squid for 3D printing. Oh, okay. Euro says, but everything is free? Well, that's good. Everything, he says, is free. Euro says, unwrap one object and clone it in Max. Actually, you're right, Euro. I should have done it that way. Cloning it in Max probably would have been the quickest way to go. Oh, wow. We've only got one left to do now in Horizon. I'm pretty sure they did add a copy and paste function. Maybe I don't have the very latest build. I thought I did. I have to check that. Or I could be wrong. I could be thinking about something else. I know that maybe it's mirroring. They added the ability to copy the mirror of the UV shell. Maybe that's what I'm getting confused about. Quite possible. But as we only have one left to do, we may as well do it in Horizon now. Finish it in Horizon. We started it in Horizon, we'll finish it in Horizon. So you're using the new version of Max, aren't you, Euro Max 2022? How are you finding it? I'm just curious. I'm pretty sure you said you use Max, and I think you're using the new version. You'll see me working in Max, but I'm still using 2021. The studio takes a little while before we actually upgrade the versions of Max because we don't want to break our pipeline. So we like to take our time and test everything before we upgrade to the newest version of Max. Bonbuki! Hey Bonbuki, it's good to see you. Hope you're well. I hope you had a good Easter. Yvonne Buki says, wow, Epic has managed to increase its company valuation from 17 billion last year to almost 29 billion this year. I think that they just did some capital raising and they raised another $1 billion or something I was reading this morning. Epic Games. So, yep, they're rolling in money, that company. Rolling in money. Which is not surprising because, you know, how many companies now are using their engine for their games? Which is fair enough, it's a good engine. No reason people shouldn't be using it. I mean, I'm using it. It's a great engine. So yeah, rolling in it, rolling in it. Okay, now what have we got left here? We've got these bits at the top. I should be able to do these all at the same time. They're only rectangles, so if the program has a problem with this, then there's something seriously wrong with the program. We should be able to use this one for that. That's fine. Then we have the screws, or the bolts actually. We should be able to do those all at once as well. And for that one, we'll probably go with this one here. Smurf says that thanks in no small part to Unreal's expansion into film and TV, I'm sure. Yeah, and don't forget ArchViz as well. Like the architectural visualization industry is huge. They make so much money in that industry. So yeah, I'm sure you're right. It's all those things have helped push up their bottom line. Sniper Girl says, back again, texted the delivery person and got the right order, I think. Bonbuki says, I'm sure. Yura says, yeah, great, 0 complaints. Yura says, we're talking about Max 2022. Bonbuki says, I see Disney has increased the size of their virtual volume. What do you mean, Bonbuki? Yura says, the edit poly improvements are massive time saver. I'm not having to use as much booleans due to the improvements in the edit poly. I'm looking forward to checking it out. I mean, yeah, I have access to it. I could install it on my machine if I wanted to, but I have to we really need to wait for the okay from the ArchViz studio before I do that. I don't want them yelling at me, but I'm keen to test out the new retopology update as well. Sniper Girl says, I don't get how you get crab mixed with steak. No, I don't get that either. They're completely different things. Mr. Squarepeg! Hello, Mr. Squarepeg. It's good to see you. Android Lust says, they tried to give you the better food, Sniper Girl. Mr. Squarepeg says, hey. Sniper Girl says to Android Lust, served 5 years in the Navy, got out in 2012, and I still ruined for seafood. They serve some sort of fish or chicken like every few days. Every Friday during the first captain was steak and crab. Marcel! What kind chessboard is this? Marcel's Wallace. It's not a chessboard. I'm doing UV mapping in a program called Rhizome UV. So I'm UV mapping at the moment. Chessboard. You're cute. Let's UV map these hooks. I'm just going to see which is the best one to use. Probably a pelt map, I guess, on this one. Yeah, we'll do a pelt map. They're going to be metal, so that should be fine. So yes, this is a program called Rhizome UV, and all it does is UV mapping, and that's what we're doing. And all that's left now, oh no, I forgot the ones at the bottom. I always forget something somewhere. These bits here. Let's isolate those, and this one for them. And of course we've got some more of these bolts at the bottom. Of course we have. And for those, we'll use this one here. Hang on, what did I do then? Stop. Stop that! Man! See, Phil's not paying enough attention to what he's doing. That's the problem. Isolate. There we go. And we want this one for that one. So all we have left now are the little hooks at the bottom. Bonbuki says, Disney's Volume is the name of their Unreal virtual soundstage. The process they recently labelled Stagecraft. I wasn't aware of that. Yeah, I know that the virtual thing, actually, yeah, the Mandalorian, they're using it for that, aren't they? I should have known, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, they're using the Unreal Engine thingy for Mandalorian at Disney, yeah. And other stuff as well, I'm sure. Smurf says, yes, but what are you UV mapping for? Oh, I'm doing a pot rack. So you know the things that hangs from the ceiling in a kitchen? I don't have one in my kitchen, but some kitchens have a pot rack that hangs from the ceiling and you hang your pots from. Sniper Girl says to Android Lust, it took me years after that to start eating chicken again. Android Lust says, I can understand with chicken, it can get bland. I like chicken. I think chicken's a good food. Android Lust says, I'm actually I haven't had chicken for a while. Smurf says, I just had a chicken burrito. Oh, yum. You're making me hungry. I'm so hungry. Chicken burrito. I threw in some arugula to spice things up, and it was an interesting combo. Marcel says, why would you hang marijuana from the ceiling? I don't know, Marcel. Why would you hang marijuana from the ceiling? can try out, of course, as Smurfberry says. Yeah, it's not that kind of pot. We're talking about different types of pot here. Not that sort of pot. Pots and pans. I'm going to see if we can do all of these in one go. We'll see how the program goes. Again, we'll try a pelt map on these, I think. Yeah, that should do. Okay, so I don't think I've forgotten anything. I think I've UV mapped all little bits and pieces. We're going to send this back to Max. And I'm going to repack it in Max. So throw an unwrap UVW down and do a repack. And I will use this one here. And I'm going to check texel density by throwing just a checker pattern on that. And we'll do a tile by 50 by 50. And I think our texel density looks pretty good. Yep, I think we should be okay. Alrighty, I'm going to collapse that stack now. And what I'm going to do is get rid of the checker pattern because it gets distracting. Do a save and have some copy. And then we'll bring it into Substance Painter. Andrew Dust says that's a good one. Sniper Girl says to Marcel, you just got Phil demonetized on YouTube when he uploads. Von Buki says, yeah, Disney has cycled all their directors through the virtual soundstage during Mandalorian. This shows like a training school for the process. Marcel says, rest in peace. Okay, so what do we need to do here? Now, yeah, I have a high poly and a low poly version of this asset. It's mainly for the ironwork here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unhide those two and hide those two and unhide these two. High poly, high poly. We're going to go select that, and I'm going to attach that. I'm going to do a reset on the X form. And I'm going to throw down a weighted normals and do a collapse on the stack. Okay, that's the high res, so I'm going to now unhide the low res. And again, I'm going to attach these together. And do the same thing. I'm actually going to convert that to a poly. And reset the X form. And throw down a weighted normals. And collapse the stack. Mr. Squarepeg says, so Epic Games just raised $1 billion as part of a $28.7 billion valuation. Yeah, I read about them raising $1 billion this morning. Before I started the stream, I was reading a news site and they had an article on it. Marcel says, did you make that texture yourself? It looks sick. Are you talking about this? This is just metalwork, basically. That's actually photogrammetry, to be honest. So it's not a texture I made, but it's photogrammetry. Android Lust says to Mr. Squarepeg, we heard. Von Buki says, we just talked about that. That's over 10 billion more than the same time last year. Don't forget, they make huge amounts of money from Fortnite as well. So now what we're going to do is we're going to export the low res and the high res versions of these meshes so we can take it into into Substance Painter and do a bake out. So we'll start with the high res. I'm just going to export this. Into a pot rack folder. Oh, actually, yeah, this is fine. Before I export the low res version though, I need to do some vertex coloring. So I think we're not going to get too outrageous here. I'm going to make the hooks, I want them to be like a gold, because, you know, Smurf's here and Smurf likes the gold, so we're going to make them a gold. Just the hooks. So let's give them a color of, I don't know, yellow. Okay. I do want the rivets to be their own material as well. I actually think I forgot to do the rivets on the table we were doing, so we must do that before we do anything else. We jump back into Substance Painter in a minute. But for now, let's make these rivets. I don't know, let's make them a purple color. Same with the bars through here. I think we'll make, I'm not sure what we'll do with those yet. We may make them like a chrome. So let's make them a blue or an aqua color. And then, so that will basically leave the supports here. I may make them their own material as well, vertex color, just in case I want to do something a little bit more interesting with those. So let's make them a green. And then that just leaves the main part of this, which will be this and these. I think that's right, isn't it? Yeah. So let's make them, oh, I don't know, a dark purple. And so now I'm just going to add, turn on vertex coloring to make sure I haven't forgotten anything. And I have forgotten something. These bits up here, they have to match the green. So I'm just going to select them. They don't have to, but I want them to. And we're going to change the color of those to that green. So I think we've got everything now. I don't think there's anything I've forgotten. No, I think we're good. Let's turn off vertex color. Now we can export this as the ironwork low res. Let's do a save. And then we're going to jump back into Substance Painter because I did forget to actually do the screws on these. So there is a smart material we'll use. Let's see here. It's one that's actually was created for things like screws, believe it or not. I might just make these bigger so it's easier for me to see. Smurf says fork knife. Android Lost says I want to raise 1 billion for myself, so do I. One Boogie says currently Fortnite makes something like 620k per day. Ugh. Oh man, Mr. Sweeney must be worth an absolute fortune then by now. Tim Sweeney. He's almost as bad as Gabe from Valve, isn't he? As far as Mr. Moneybags. Andrew Dust says that's crazy, and sure as Bumbuki says. Smurf says, did anyone here grab Affinity Photo and try it out? No, I haven't. Sniper Girl says, wow, 620k per day. Praise Gaben, Smurf. He got stuck in New Zealand, I think, when the outbreak started. He was in New Zealand on a holiday, I believe. And then they locked the borders down, so Gabe was stuck in New Zealand for a while. There are worse places to be stuck. New Zealand is a beautiful place. I would like to be stuck there. It's my phone going off. My apologies, guys. As usual, every time I stream, my phone seems to go off. Now, I know I have a screw smart material here somewhere. He's still stuck in New Zealand. Mr. Squarepeg says Gabe is still stuck in New Zealand. I didn't realise. I thought he'd gone by now. Well, I know that they've locked the borders down, so it doesn't surprise me. Marcel says, don't they have like orcs in Middle-earth in New Zealand? That's right. He'd feel right at home. Smurf says, there are worse places to be stuck. That's right. Bonbuki says, Gabe is buying citizenship. They would welcome him with open arms, as would Australia, I'm sure. Oh, New Zealand is a beautiful, beautiful place. Beautiful. Well, you only got to look at the Lord of the Rings to see what New Zealand looks like. It is really beautiful. They do have some earthquakes though. Where are you? I know you're here somewhere. You know, when I don't want it, I notice it, and when I do want it, I can't find it. I can't remember what it is, so I can't filter it. Let me see if I can't find it that way. Was it called screw? No. Was it called bolt? No. Let's just do metal. See if we can't narrow it down with just metal. No, I'll find something else. It's not that important. Let's go with... I don't know. What will we go with? Let's try this one. No, I don't like that one. Let's try this one. No, I don't like that one. Let's try this one. This one will probably do. I'm going to mask with color selection to those. And you know, while we're here, because we can, let's also throw down this destroyed metal. Actually, no, I don't like that one. Let's throw down... let's throw down the steel, maybe. Yeah, that'll work. Let's group both of these together. Mask with color selection to the screw. And I'll just rename the screws. And use a smart mask to do a mix between these two. That'll do. Okay, let's do a save and re-export the textures again. I don't think there's anything else I've forgotten. I'm pretty sure that's everything now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's everything. Set a bench, export. Okay. How are we going here for time? Ooh, I don't think we're going to get time to start the pot holder, unfortunately. That's something we can start with on Monday next week. Sniper, what have you posted in the Discord? So this is just one more reason why we're friends. Wambuki says it's not a joke, he actually is. He's buying citizenship. It's the billionaire's country of choice. Yeah, I know, and well, I can see why. Like I said, it's a beautiful place to live. I would love to live there. Nope. Stop that. I think, yeah, well, we got the bench done, the kitchen bench. So we got some stuff done today. I did some work. You can't say I didn't do any work. I did some stuff. We got it done. Sniper says, have a good weekend all. Thanks for the stream. No problem. Yes, we will leave it there though for today, guys and girls. I do want to thank you though for being here and hanging out and watching with me. I'll be back, of course, on Monday next week at 5 p.m. Pacific time in the United States. We will start working on the pot rack in Substance Painter. Smurf says, Phil did work despite my best efforts. You did more work than usual, Andrew does say. And Sniper Girl says, yep, thanks for the stream. Yes, you guys have a great weekend. Stay happy, healthy and safe. And I will see you all again on Monday next week. Take care, guys.